Here's my 3-day process for teaching my new miniature horse named Calvin the rear. In this video, I'll be sharing some clips from 3 sessions over 3 days. I start by creating a draw through running backwards and asking Calvin to follow me. I'll then bring my whip to the ground and up to the air quickly, asking him to bring his energy upwards. At first, I reward for him simply throwing his head into the air, and then I slowly start asking for more, like having him pop his feet up. As you're doing this, just be aware of the fact that you are asking your horse to come at you with a lot of energy and you're sending him into the air, which can be scary. So you don't want to teach your horse to run you over or leap on top of you. To mitigate this, I don't step out of Calvin's way, but I also don't punish him for coming towards me, because that's how I'm teaching him to go upwards. Eventually, I'll only reward him for rearing straight up. In the beginning of teaching any new trick, it's crucial to reward the smallest try, because that's the only way you're going to be able to build upon a trick and get it to where you want it to be. I always have to remind myself to end early and on a good note, because when you start seeing progress, it gets really easy to keep asking for more, but you don't want to burn him out. To start our next session, I free up his feet by asking him to trot alongside of me. I avoid pulling on his face and ask him to come with a draw in my motion, because eventually I want to be able to work him completely at liberty, and you're not going to be able to get there if you're constantly dragging your horse around by the face. Here we are starting to correct that forward motion in the rear. I'll back him up and ask him to rear, and I'm going to get more specific with when I reward him. Also, before you complain about the use of the whip, it is simply an extension of my arm in a way to communicate with him. I am never hurting him with it, even if I tap his legs. I am never hitting him to harm him. I'm just showing him what parts of his body he needs to be moving. Calvin is super smart, and he will try to offer tricks in hopes for handouts. I don't pay him when he is simply offering tricks and I'm not asking for them. There is one point where he rears straight up very beautifully, and because he is still learning, I did reward him for that, but I pay the price. He will then look at me and offer it about 6 times, and I have to wait him out before I can ask again. So just be really intentional with when you pay. Here he's doing a really nice rear, but I want him to stay up a little bit longer, so I'm tapping his knees while he's in the rear to show him I want you to stay up, and eventually I want him to stay up as long as I keep my whip in the air. That obviously takes a lot of physical ability, so that's something we work up to over time, and this is something that I'll continue to build upon. Oh my gosh, he's so freaking cute. I love him. Let me know if you want to see more trick training videos with him, because I am so excited and have been working on some things behind the scenes.